Yes.
This is JJ Boy.
This is Daddy Boogie.
Daddy Boogie?
Yeah.
So, what do you think of the oil spill?
Not good.
Yeah. How's it make you feel?
Sad.
Why does it make you sad?
Because the oil just killed the birds and make them fat.
Yeah, make them fat, makes them oily,
Yeah.
and it's killing all the fish, huh?
Yes.
Yeah? You think it's killing mermaids?
Yes.
It's killing mermaids too? Yeah? What about SpongeBob? You think he's got oil in him?
No, he's in the bottom of the sea.
So the oil did not affect him?
No.
No. That's good. Do you think the oil company will fix it?
Yes.
You think so?
No.
You don't think it'll fix it? You think the president will help fix it?
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, you think the president's trying his best?
Mhm.
Yeah. Why do you think he's trying his best?
Because they're going to fix it.
Yeah. They're gonna do their best, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, that's from the eyes and ears of a 4-year-old, my son, JJ Boy, and he, yeah, he sees it on TV and stuff, and he wants to know what's going on, and he makes some 4-year-old observations, you know, very human emotion, very sad to him. And there's also this innocent trust that the government and BP will do the right thing and fix things, and it seems like they are, you know. And let me just get this out of the way first. It's, you know, the stuff that Chris Matthews and Keith Olbermann were saying about Obama in a speech yesterday were shameful. And these two, when you put these two in the same room, they're shameful. They really are. NBC should be ashamed of themselves, you know. You expect it from Fox, right? Because Fox has an audience, right? And it doesn't mean that everybody on Fox is horrible, but it has an audience, right? And, you know, the Glenn Becks and the fearmongers and stuff that show up on these shows, you know, they have a decided agenda with a decided audience that's going to be scared no matter what. So, you know, they just latch on to whoever fills their paranoia for the day. Alex Jones, Glenn Beck, you know the types, right? They should be ashamed of themselves. And the reason why is because they didn't give it 24 hours. Christ, you know. It wasn't even 12 hours later, and Obama's got this big company giving him $20 billion to put into a fund, which, God knows, the conspiracists are going to go nuts with that, because the independent guy that's running this fund, not only is he a Jew, but he was in charge of the money for 9/11 families. So this must have been a false flag operation. So, anyway, I said that here first, so if Alex Jones steals it, you know it's fucking wrong, because I'm just making shit up. I could probably tell you what Alex Jones is going to say before he says it, because not only is it so fucking simple-minded, completely simple-minded, and not only does, like, he make up the narrative as he goes, he really does, because, like, if you listen to what he says about conspiracies, like, early on, and then later on, it completely changes. The whole fucking story changes, because he's been debunked so many fucking times that after a while he sounds really silly, going, steel don't melt at those temperatures. Steel doesn't have to melt to bend, you morons. Morons. I'm sorry, that was my Alex Jones rant. So anyway, I thought that they should have been ashamed of themselves, and you know, regardless of which, it's a fucking 20-minute speech. That's all it is, right? And the bottom line is that anybody that's not cheering on the government and anybody that's not cheering on BP to fix this fucking thing is a fucking idiot. You know, and I understand, and I sympathize, and I agree, because I'm the same way, to be angry at the government as a whole. When you say the government as a whole, you're not talking about one administration or one party. You're talking about a perpetual bureaucracy. We have a perpetual bureaucracy. European nations, most of them have perpetual bureaucracies. That's what makes them more effective governments. And you're going to say, well, you know, we move slow and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, but in comparison to some, we're pretty effective. as sad as that is sometimes. And, you know, it is times like this, you know, after 60 days of seeing this oil all over the fucking place, it is a little frustrating to see the first real presidential address about it. You know, it's 60 days later. That is a little disheartening. But not only is yeah, it's not just a leadership issue. Because, I mean, I think Barack Obama's trying to do the best he can. And to be honest with you, I don't want him out on fucking camera. I want him trying to coordinate, or at least coordinate the coordinators that are doing this stuff to, you know, to get this working. And I cheer him on, and I wish him the best. And, you know, it seems things maybe are getting better. I don't know. And I cheer BP on. And it's a mess. And corporations have their own bureaucracy and slowness about them as well. And you know, this whole thing makes me realize one thing, and that the government and private industry is much too cozy in this country lately. And, you know, it's difficult. You know, it really makes me laugh to hear my friends that are more left-leaning, you know, say that the Republicans are to blame for this, and that's just horseshit. Both sides of the aisle have in one way or another sold out to certain interests, because either they're getting a bunch of cash from them or they have a large constituency with them. You know, even if what they believe they know is not best for the country. And that's just the way it is, and those things are obvious. And you can cite examples on both sides of the aisle of those things. And people. And that's the change I was expecting to see with Obama. The change I was expecting to see with Obama, you know, it was the way government went about doing business. And I was looking for, you know, our founding fathers were brilliant. They set up the Constitution like it was like a triangle of conflict. And it was combative, you know, checks and balances. They wanted, you know, ideologies to clash and ideas to go back and forth. And they wanted it to be a slow process. That's what they wanted. They wanted a slow, arduous fucking process. That's what they were going for when they set up the Constitution. And, yeah, different presidents that were part of the founding of this nation that had different ideas of what they thought the executive branch should be, and blah, blah, blah. And the bottom line is that, you know, we have groups of Americans that have different ideas of what they believe role of government and the private sector should be. I say, regardless of what you think their role should be, I think we can all agree that it's supposed to be combative. It's supposed to be banks and robbers. That's what it's supposed to be. And it ain't that. And there's a problem. And that's where this is a big part of that problem. And perhaps some good will come out of this, because it's more exposed, and it becomes more and more exposed as it goes. I'm not, you know, I think that for the most part, somehow, in their twisted sense of logic, the bulk of politicians think that they're doing and voting the right way, or the way they think their constituency should. Call that naive. I just believe that they do. Do I agree that they come to those conclusions for the same reason I do? No. But there are times that those ideas coincide on both sides of the aisle. And I don't care why BP wants to fix this fucking spill, and I don't care why the government does. You know? I don't care what their individual selfish needs are. I just want it to get done. And it seems like they're taking steps in the right direction. And I think to criticize before anything's really even started is ridiculous. And it was ridiculous with Katrina, and it's ridiculous with this. They politicized Katrina, and this is political karma. They're politicizing this, and these are times where politics shouldn't matter. And we need to get our fucking shit and our heads on straight. This is a time where we should be pulling out the fucking flag and doing what we can whatever we can to help this horrible disaster that's happening in the Gulf, rather than fighting amongst ourselves. So, that's my goat on it. I don't know, how y'all feel? How y'all feel about that? I'm biting my nail. Because it makes you nervous to think that something that horrible could happen to a place that's that beautiful. My 2 cents.